It was supposed to be just another routine journey, but in a matter of seconds, a high-speed train tore itself apart beneath its passengers. 7 lives were lost, dozens were injured, and what investigators discovered would expose a deadly weakness at the heart of Britain's railway. 10th May 2002. Just after midday, a northbound express train left London King's Cross, heading towards the East Coast Main Line. On board were hundreds of passengers, business travellers, families, commuters. As the train approached Potters Bar, it was travelling at around 100 miles per hour. Then, without warning, everything went wrong. As the train passed over a set of points, the rails suddenly shifted beneath it. The leading carriages derailed instantly. Carriages jackknifed. One smashed into the platform. Another collided with overhead structures. The force was devastating. 7 people were killed. More than 70 were injured. What should have been a normal journey had turned into a scene of destruction. At first, there was confusion. How could a modern railway fail like this? But investigators soon focused on one critical part of the track: the points, the movable rails that guide trains from one line to another. What they found was shocking. The failure came down to something incredibly small: loose and, in some cases, missing nuts. These nuts were part of the stretcher bars, metal rods that hold the rails at the correct distance apart. Without them, the rails could move independently. And that's exactly what happened. As the train passed over at high speed, the rails spread apart. The track effectively opened beneath it. This was not a failure of design. It was a failure of maintenance. But the deeper problem was even more serious. At the time, Britain's railways relied heavily on private contractors to maintain critical infrastructure. In this case, the work had been carried out by a subcontractor. Inspections had been missed, standards had slipped, and safety-critical components had not been properly secured. The system had failed. This disaster became a turning point. After Potters Bar, trust in outsourced maintenance collapsed. Network Rail made a decisive move. Track maintenance would be brought back in-house. No more outsourcing safety-critical work. One organisation, fully responsible for the railway. And there was another crucial change. New 2-part locking nuts were introduced across the network, designed to resist vibration and prevent loosening over time. A small change. That would protect thousands of lives. The Potters Bar crash was a stark reminder. Sometimes the biggest disasters are caused not by dramatic failures, but by the smallest details being overlooked. A missing nut, a missed inspection, a broken system of responsibility. 7 people never made it home that day, but their loss changed the railway forever. Because after Potters Bar, Britain's railways took back control of their own safety. If you want to discover more disasters that changed the rules forever, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next story.